Hello and welcome to the show on our new UK channel. I'm David Savory with a quick start video series of the many features of the CA6117 multifunction installation tester to help you get the most out of this capable instrument. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the features of the resistance and continuity functions of the CA6117. Resistance is a two-lead test between the red port, labelled with the ohm symbol, and the green port, labelled as COM. When the three-lead set is used, the blue wire is superfluous and must be left disconnected to ensure accuracy of results. Resistance and continuity are accessed as the first function on the dial selector, and these are, of course, dead tests. So with that function selected, any AC or DC voltage and AC frequency, if present on any connected test leads, will show on screen. A caution triangle warns the operator that dead test cannot proceed and that any voltage source present should first be removed. The top soft key allows one to select the test current with choices of 200 mA for resistances of up to 40 ohms, 12 mA for resistances of up to 400 ohm, and a kilo ohm range for resistances of up to 400,000 ohm. I'm about to undertake a ring end-to-end measurement on a socket circuit at this dB, for which I've selected the 200 mA range, as this is the most versatile setting and I expect the result to be well under 40 ohm. To ensure accuracy, I need to null the instrument's own test leads so that their resistance is discounted from its reading. By joining the red and green leads and pressing the second soft key, I'm taken to the nulling function, where a press of the test button discounts the lead resistance. Now, by attaching the leads to my circuit, I can accurately measure this wiring end to end, which, in this case, gives a result of 0.09 ohm. At present, the instrument is set to run a continuous test until the test button is again pressed to stop it. The third soft key allows me to change from the continuous test to a pulsed test, which will take a measurement and then stop automatically. Now, when repeating the same test as before, a push of the test button executes the operation and it terminates without any further interaction. Another function under the third soft key is the audible indication. With this enabled, an alert will sound should the result be under a user-defined threshold, by default set at 2 ohm. This is useful for belling out wiring or for defining what you want to be displayed on the screen as a pass or fail result. I can demonstrate this function with that 2 ohm threshold set and by switching between a half ohm load and a 5 ohm load. When we start a continuous test at half an ohm, we see a green tick and we can hear the instrument emitting a tone indicating visually and audibly that we are below the set threshold shown in the top bar of the display. By switching to a 5 ohm load, the 6117 cuts the audio tone and now shows a red bell symbol indicating we're above the threshold the tone function has been set for. One thing to note with the audio feature is that for it to work, the audio must be set as on in the global setup menu, as that overrides the individual test settings. If the global option is set to mute, then the instrument will not make any sound on most tests, although the display will still visually show either a tick or a red bell icon for any result below or above the programmed threshold. When using the 200 mA test current, we have the option to measure over the negative polarity only, positive polarity only, or by default, over both. If I run my ring end-to-end test again, you'll hear the relay inside the tester clicking between positive and negative polarity. In this case, we get the same result in both directions, which the instrument adds together and divides by 2 to give the average. Switching to the 12 mA option allows us to undertake tests of up to 400 ohm. Switching to the kilo ohm range gives us testing up to a massive market-leading 400,000 ohm, whereas most other MFTs are limited to 2,000 ohm. As before, thresholds can be set for indication of whether what you are testing is above or below a set value. Here, a threshold of 320k has been programmed with 300k of resistance under test, giving us a green tick and audible indication. If I disconnect that load, we go over the threshold with the red bell icon and cessation of audio tone. When undertaking a physically awkward to reach test, the remote probe with integral torch and test button may be employed on dead tests such as resistance and continuity in conjunction with a lead in the COM terminal. This concludes the resistance and continuity functions of the 6117, but this instrument does a lot more than that, so do be sure to review the other videos in this series to see what else it's got to power electricians through their day. Thanks for watching.